Welcome to the Nerds on Fire podcast. I feel like the more we're doing this, the more chaotic the podcast. Well, yeah, that is true. But also, I feel like
She just woke up. Like, literally just woke up. So,
my brain
this
is
is
still
right.
not fucking functioning. Lord have mercy. I feel like every episode, the intro is getting more chaotic, and I love that. Anywho, hi Angie. Hello.
Hi.
Do you know what we're doing today?
Yes.
Do you want to tell the people what are we doing today?
My brain just shut off.
I can
This is
tell.
great.
This was so fucking funny.
Literally just
This
a
is
minute ago, my brain was like going through science, like very science nerdy knowledge, and now it's just hell divers.
Oh my god. Okay. So, as Angel kind of admitted, we're gonna be very science geek peoples today. If you don't like science, welcome to the Nerds on Fire teaching science to a bunch of babies.
Not really
Well,
teaching.
here's the thing. If you don't know basic science, I feel like you can get a little bit confused during this episode.
If you don't know basic science, please shut off this episode because you means that you're not even in high school. You shouldn't be
You're gonna
watching
get
this if
really
you don't know basic
confused.
science.
Dude, don't say that because I know people that are my age that don't know basic science.
You mean that, oh, gravity is what causes us to not float type of science.
Yes,
Or that the sun gives off radiation. Or
both.
how weather works.
Both. Actually, you said three things, so all three. What's the. Wait. Pause. So there's first, both. What the fuck is the third one? It's just thirst?
What?
You know, like when you say, oh yeah, both or same. What's
Those
for
three.
three?
Those three.
Bullshit. We need to fucking find another word. Why does two get both, but a three doesn't get shit?
I don't know. Ask the people who made the English dictionary or
Nah,
the
dude, I
English
don't want to
language.
interact with the people that made the English dictionary because I can fight with them for hours. I have so much problems with so many words.
English is one of the hardest languages, so I don't blame you.
Like, I have so much problems with so much words in the fucking English dictionary that if I ever meet these people, they're gonna wish they were dead. Anyways, well, technically they're already dead. They're gonna wish they are dead again. Yes. Anyways, back to science. I unpause my pause. Um, I really need to explain to you what pause and unpause means. It's podcast lingo, Angie. You would understand that if you read the podcast books. Science. Are we sure we're up for a science episode? Okay.
I am. I don't know
Yeah.
if you are, because you literally just woke up.
Here's the thing, though. Technically, we're digging into theoretical science, to be specific. Because welcome to drumroll, please. Time travel. So, me, myself, and probably
I,
Angel. Yeah, there you go.
me, myself, and I.
We believe in time travel. Like, we believe it could be a thing. Now, there's two reasons for it. One, we're science nerds, and I feel like with science, you could probably achieve anything. And two, we watch too many fucking movies.
Flash.
We watch too many
Legends
movies
of
and
Tomorrow.
shows that just are
Rick and
related
Morty.
to time travel that our brains are just like, why wouldn't that be possible? Because why wouldn't it? Time travel is just like traveling through space to a duration of like certain time. It makes sense that you can do it.
Okay, let me put this in perspective for the people who aren't sciencey nerds.
Monkey underpants.
Basically, monkey time. Monkey ooh ah ah. If you look in the stars, look up at sky at night, not during the day. Don't look at the sun.
Shoot the sun.
You'll
Don't
burn
shoot
your
the sun.
eyes. Please don't look at the sun and burn your eyes. Go at night.
The
look at
Nerds
the
on
stars.
Fire do not hold responsibility for anyone that burns their eyes because they looked in the sun. Continue.
You know people are still gonna hold us accountable.
Nope.
They're gonna find a way.
No.
It's like someone's gonna be like, hey, they told me, but even though they said no, I still did it. Because I'm monkey dumb.
Well,
Ooh.
don't be a monkey underpants. Okay, back to monkey talk. Explaining time travel in monkey. Go.
Star, far away. Star, look at us right now through really powerful telescope that magically they have. They see dinosaurs. Because of time and distance.
Did you get that? Did you get that, guys? Did you finally understand time travel?
So that's the theory. If something is able to look at something very far away at this exact moment, they won't see the same thing that is currently happening in that exact time. They see something very far away in the past.
Yep. So most time travel things though lean more towards like futuristic stuff. Which makes sense, but I feel like sometimes the going to the future part is low-key a little harder and like non-believable, I guess, than the past one. Because the past one, I feel like you can definitely just jump into the past. It's just the question of will you be able to come back to your same present or a futuristic present is like the main question. I don't fucking know. There's just theories,
Because
bro.
of a certain theory.
Yeah. So like, the theories have always been like, okay, you can probably jump to the brain. That you can probably jump to the past pretty fast, but will you be able to come back to your present or a futuristic present?
Or will you have created another timeline?
Exactly.
AKA the butterfly effect theory.
Oh, I love the butterfly effect theory so much.
The theory is if you were to go into the past and change something, it creates an effect in which changes everything in the future.
A
For an
futuristic
example,
present.
The Flash.
Oh yeah,
And if
Flash
you're not
is
a
the
nerd
biggest
and
example.
don't know,
It's either The Flash or what's the game? Life is Strange. Life is Strange explains the butterfly effects really
Life is
fucking
Strange
well.
uses the butterfly as
Yeah.
their mascot, their logo.
Yeah, so the entire concept of life.
Speaking of which, they're
Life is
coming out with
Strange is-
another game. And I am so excited.
A little bit of a nerd time. But literally it's either The Flash or fucking Life is Strange. I don't know what other example to give you guys. There's probably over 1 million examples of like butterfly effect in almost every fucking like time travel-y, not really time travel-y, just
But like the Flash is like your prime example.
yeah, Flash explains the time travel part and the butterfly effect part.
Literally, the example is the Flash goes back in time and prevents his mother's death. And that creates another timeline in which he never becomes the Flash because his mother never died.
Dun dun dun.
And that's like a large example. A small example could be like you go back in time and you talk to someone on the street. That effect could create them, instead of them becoming an artist, they become a business person and become a CEO.
Pretty much. That's why I feel like time travel has yet to be discovered. Because here's the thing. In the back of my brain, I feel like I'm living in Titans. If you didn't watch Titans, if you don't watch The Flash, Titans, any of this, why are
Anything
you
DC.
watching us? Our name is literally Nerds on Fire. Dude, we're gonna talk about freaking nerdy things. That's the whole point of our bloody podcast. Anyways, back to Titans. In the back of my head, I feel like we are living in Titans, where there's so many bad people out there that act like they're good people and can screw us over. And I feel like that's what's preventing us from getting like futuristic stuff right now in the current present time. I also have so much dirt on freaking time travel that is so annoying to me. I don't know if I should be saying this on the internet, but there was a time travel book somewhere. I don't know where, but there was a time travel book. And with the freaking person's name and everything, it got wiped off the bloody internet. I cannot find that book anymore. But I remember how it looks like. I remember how the cover pages and everything. Anyways, so there was so many theories about this book and this person that I fucking enjoy ass reading about. So here's like the three main theories, I guess. One, he actually did discover time travel and went either to the past or to the future. So this first theory gets cut into two parts, the past and the future. And the reason it gets cut in two parts is because apparently this guy vanished, came back, and was talking fully gibberish that he got sent to like a psych ward, and he was like writing on the walls a weird like fucking like symbols and shit. And they got a buttload of translators. Like, okay, y'all know what translators mean, right? They're not just like people that speak multiple languages. It's people that have studied multiple languages for fucking years, including like full historian languages that have been dead for a couple fucking decades. They've learned all of them. So they brought in a bunch of them and trying to be like, hey, translate this shit. And none of them knew how to do it, which is why the theory leans more to like he jumped to the future, is speaking a futuristic ass language that no one fucking knows yet, and managed to accidentally erase himself. Cause his books went missing, he went missing, everything got disappeared. So he accidentally erased himself by the whole butterfly effect. And that scares the living shit out of me. What do you think, Angie? Do
I don't know.
you
Like the future is something that I honestly don't think is obtainable through time travel.
That's like the thing. That's what I feel as well. I feel like time travel makes sense if you're saying going to the past. But going to something that has yet to exist, I feel like that's how the multiverse is. Cuz you don't know which like dimension you're jumping in. Because the future didn't happen yet. So you have multiple things. Okay, I explain it stupidly. You, person out there watching us, you have options. You either can stand up, continue sitting down, pausing, or tying the volume, or skipping 3 steps. All of those options are still in your future. Like, you have all these options still as like strings, okay? Whatever string you decide to pull is the string that is your future, and the rest disappear. Or not technically disappear, like turn into like other multiverse strings, you know? So, like, the future has yet to be set by you, person watching us. You did not set your future yet because you still didn't choose which of those strings that you want to pull. So, if, let's say, time travel, right? AJ,
Yeah.
give me attention.
I thought you were gonna continue your sentence with time travel, right?
Yes.
Like,
Test.
I thought you were gonna. I didn't know I had to answer that question. I thought it was a statement.
No, who is like a freaking you eating my half of my sandwich kind of bullshit. Anyways, what?
I ate half a sandwich. It was a good sandwich.
So, time travel, okay? You're going to the future. Now, which future are you gonna fucking land in when you have like over 20? You do realize on your day-to-day fucking thing, it's over 20 fucking like
Like
futures.
over. Now here's another thing. It was shown in the show Loki.
Ah, that's another good
The
example.
only that's a whole it's the other theory, which I don't think is obtainable through human, but rather through
God.
celestial means, like out of like gods or mythical beings, to be able to be placed outside of the spectrum of time, i.e., the TVA from Loki. They exist outside of time and space. Thus, they are not bound by those laws of time and space.
This episode is so geeky.
Also, if you don't know what the law of time is linear.
Oh, they're not gonna know
It's
what
in
that
a
means if they're
line.
monkeys.
I just said it's a line
There you go.
that goes up.
It's just a line that goes uppies. Whee! I genuinely feel like I'm explaining science to a bunch of kids.
We are, because half of our friends are kids because they don't understand.
Half of our friends are not
basic
kids.
science.
Excuse you. Half of my
Mentally,
friends
they
are
are.
monkeys.
They are kids at heart. They are all kids. We're all kids at heart.
Yeah, I was gonna
Our
just
entire
say like,
generation
hey, wait.
is just a kid with a driver's license. That is our entire generation. Just kids with driver's license.
I need to put that on a t-shirt. I'm
sure
actually
if you
a
go
kid.
To Etsy, you could find it.
I'm just a kid.
I am sure
I'm just a
you'll find one.
kid, and I have a license.
Oh my god.
I want that in that font. Anyways, so that's why I don't think it's possible to time travel to the future. But to the past is a whole different thing.
Given that technically you can look into the past of something.
Exactly.
But it's
So
gotta be very far away.
So if that's possible, I think it's possible to jump to it. But I feel like if you do jump to it, you gotta be careful. Because if you fuck a small thing up, if you try to jump back to your present, it won't be your present anymore. It will be like another dimensional present. Because you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up an entire storyline that happened in your life. So when you jump back to your like present, it's different. It's like there's a body that's waiting for you to jump in it, and it was frozen in time until you jumped back in it. And when you jumped back in it, everything was different. Because you were in a coma. There you go. I don't think I can explain it simpler than that. Now, I had a question. Do I still remember the question?
No, but I have several questions.
Okay, ask your question until my question pops back up.
If you could time travel anywhere in the past with no consequence.
Oh, fun.
Meaning no butterfly effect ever takes place.
Okay, wait, that got fun.
Where would you time travel
80s. I think
specifically a Pacific time.
80s. I don't care what in the 80s.
Where? In the 80s. Where?
In a little lovely music shop, and I'm a little child that just sits there for 24 hours. I genuinely okay, I'm obsessed. Okay, 80s music, slap. Okay? They slap. Like I want like end of 80s, almost 90s kind of music. Those music slap, okay? And the fact that you could just walk in a store and music is just playing in the background and you could just be like, "Yo, Trevor." Why did I think of Trevor? Why is Trevor the first thing that came in my head? I couldn't think of any
I don't
other like
know.
old name. I just thought
I mean,
Trevor.
that's kind of like an 80s.
I don't think Trevor's whatever. Yo, Trevor,
Trevor,
can I open this
Noah.
thing? And he just like, yeah, man, you got this. And I just like pull up like one of the fucking vinyls or cassettes and just putting them in the display and just blaring in the rest. Oh, a dream. I dream. I literally just want to go there for the vinyls and cassettes and the music and the looks. Life was so much simpler in the 80s. At least to us. I feel like the 80s had the most problems. Was it the 80s or the 70s?
I don't know. I wasn't born during that time.
I thought you were a history buff. Oh, I'm the history buff. Never mind.
I'm not a fan of the 80s and 90s, so
I
like
love
I don't.
them. I love them. Dude, I get to hear so much stories about the 80s and 90s, and it's so annoying because it's just like, y'all are living my dream for some reason. I know there was like, I think around the end of the 80s is when problems started like dying down. So it was like literally the perfect timing.
So like 1980, let's go with 1987.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the 2010s. I know it wasn't that long ago. It was literally just
That's barely been a
10
decade.
years ago.
That's not even a decade yet.
It is a decade.
Barely. It's just
Yeah,
hit 10
still.
years. So
No,
barely.
but like the only other time I would want to go to would be not really actually, because we know enough about it.
Which
Which
is?
with the Romans.
Ah.
But there's so much time in the Romans because their architecture, their science, they were basically modern us, but without
Yeah,
electricity.
dude. They were. Honestly, they were scary. They were so far ahead in the future without even realizing that they were so ahead in the future. I feel like if Romans had technology, I would say, they would fucking.
They would have
What's
conquered the solar system by now.
Yeah, not only that, they would literally be almost considered Celestes from how like powerful they would have fucking been. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Going Okay, you said no consequences, so I can literally go there with a buttload of technology, dump it to them, and come back.
Okay, I wasn't thinking of like that. I was thinking like the timeline wouldn't change no matter what you did, type of thing.
Exactly.
Not
So
like
give
if you dropped off technology there and then just shoot off and then the timeline changed and you wouldn't.
Dude, imagine we would probably be living in space. Like that would probably be a possibility. Like an
I
option.
mean, within a lifetime, it is a possibility.
That is insane.
Probably when we're like 90, though. It sucks.
90?
Yeah.
What 90? What's 90?
When we're living it, when being able to full time live in
Oh.
space. You dumb what?
I didn't understand what you were saying. I was lost. I was thinking of my question that popped in my head and then disappeared again.
That's a you problem. That's a
I got the question. Are you ready for my question? Okay, so my question is, now let's say time travel officially exists. Do you think that the only way to travel is being able to transport your conscience to another timeline's
No.
yourself? No, yourself. Like you
No.
can't time travel if you weren't already there. Why?
I feel like I need a paper.
Oh my god. This
I
is
need to
when
go get paper.
things get fucking intense in this damn episode.
Okay. Let's do this. So, I'm gonna draw a picture.
Jeez. I'm not ready for your paper.
Say you're at a point of time and you're time traveling. Now, your theory is that if we
Time travel. You have to time travel to a time you were already coexistent. You can't time travel ahead of your existence, but behind your existence.
existence.
Yes.
Now that's the theory that a consciousness has to be exist for the person
Yes.
to exist, in which meaning that if you were to time travel to somewhere before you were born,
Yep.
what happens?
Yep.
I just asked the question. What happens?
No, that was my question. What do you mean you just asked the question? That was my entire question. You literally explained my question in a different font. Brother!
I thought you were asking, what do you mean? Okay, so if that was the theory, that would mean that a time traveling would have to be a fixed point in time in which you can only send yourself so far
Yes.
at a fixed point.
Yes.
But then that brings up another question, in which
Uh-huh.
is time traveling an object or a form of energy?
I am so glad you asked that question.
Because if you were to
I am
use to time travel, how would you do it?
freaking excited
Because
that
it
you
has
asked
to
that
be through an
question.
object.
Welcome to the segment of me calling out certain people. No, I'm calling out certain TikTok people, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, while she's doing that, because my theory is, think it's like, while Barry Allen, aka the Flash, was able to travel through time, it was through himself, his body. Whereas something like The Legends of Tomorrow, which use a ship, an object, they are able to still travel through time.
So welcome to the part where I call stupid people out.
Who are you calling out?
Those so-called shifters. Now,
What
if
side
you
of fucking
don't
TikTok
know,
are you on?
oh, believe me, I was in a horrible side. Looking, I think they like blew up in like 2021, 2022, where they started calling themselves the shifters. Now, Angie, you might be asking what the fuck is a shifter, right? Simple. They're dickheads that think that when they're asleep, they're shifting to another dimension.
Oh, this conspiracy theory.
Exactly. Now those people
Oh,
clearly
I
don't
hate
know
this
what the fuck
theory.
is lucid sleeping. Lucid sleeping or lucid dreaming. I don't know. I
hate this
hear it
theory.
being called in two different ways, so whatever the fuck is called, it's just lucid. Is being able to control everything that you're dreaming of. Is fully controlling it, fully putting a storyline to it. So you're not fucking shifting to goddamn Harry Potter dimension. That's not how it works. Because if you do shift to like a Harry Potter universe, it wouldn't be in a form of sleeping. It would be in a higher form. It would be basically sending your conscience from this world to another world. And I don't think we have the power to fucking do this at the moment. I feel like you're gonna have to get like hooked onto like either certain medication or certain like tools to be able to do a jump that fucking strong without your heart stopping. So, shifters is basically lucid dreaming. Before you go to sleep, just think of whatever the fuck you want to dream of, sleep, and boom, you're there. Try to like be able to control everything. If you believe that this is a dream, you can control the entire dream. That's what lucid dreaming is. But fully jumping to another dimension, I don't think that's possible just by yourself. So, that to answer your question, I feel like both ways, just normal time travel, like that's a thing. Just like
Through time machine.
yeah, through normal time machine and that you can probably send your like conscience, but not to your past or future self, to another multiverse's self. Because I don't think you can send your conscience to like past or
Now,
future.
that brings up the other question. If you are able to do that, what would happen to the person there? Would they
Petrified!
be able to do the same thing?
Well, that's the thing. In my head, I feel like it would just be a blackout. So let's say you did jump from this dimension to another dimension where you're a freaking Sith Lord, okay? I feel like you, Sith Lord you, would just be blacked out while you're in control. And then as soon as you leave, he's just gonna be like, oh, what? Hello? Huh? You know? I feel like
And
that
then
makes
the
more
question
sense.
is, then what happens when somebody shifts into your
I don't think
body?
no, that's not a thing because you're gonna be considered the main string. So you're the one that has all the ropes, all the multiverses. So no one can jump into you, but you can jump into everyone because you're the fixed time.
Oh, that just feels like that's basically saying the same thing as we're the center of the
Yeah.
universe type thing. Holy, that is.
But you're the
I
fixed
hate
time
that.
at the moment. You're the fixed time.
If you're the fixed time, what causes all the other branches of time to exist? If there is one singular fixed time.
Boom. Dinosaurs. Dude,
This is why I hate these type of conspiracy theorists.
I love them.
Because they are always like, oh I have this wild conspiracy theory, but when you start asking questions, they're like,
Well, this isn't my for starter. This isn't my theory. It's an open theory by blank the blank.
Some weird ass
Okay?
conspiracy.
Yeah, blank the
tinfoil
blank.
hat
Even
guy.
if I know their name, I'm not fucking calling them out. Blank the blank, okay? But also, it does sound like the most fun theory to me. Now, the boom dinosaur is straight up from my ass. Don't fucking that was just me
Boom.
not knowing how to answer because
Dinosaur.
like I don't have an answer to that part of the theory. But the like whole part of just like you're the main fixed time, that one I don't get. Cause I have asked the question before of just like, what if I'm not the fixed time?
How do you know that you are
Exactly.
not the fixed time?
Like there has to
But
be something that a canon event that happened to our time that made it the fixed time. And I want to know what that is. And that's why I said boom dinosaurs.
It's exactly like the thing where the gravity falls and waddles.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Dude,
Where
I'm gonna
Waddles
have
made it
I'm
the
gonna have an
only
entire episode dedicated to Gravity Falls soon, and I'm so fucking excited for it. But
it's-
to give you a hint of shit that has been going on lately, because Gravity Falls have been blowing back up, so the episode's probably sooner than you guys expected. But it has officially got confirmed that the only reason Marble
Marble Mabel.
the only reason Mabel and Dipper survived was Waddles, which is the pig, and that in every single timeline either one or both have died. So that confirmed that timeline was their fixed time and all the other ones haven't been. That's what I'm saying. Just like, what was our canon event that made our time the fixed timeline?
I can't believe that freaking Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has created the slang for like a thing that always happened as canon event. Fucking wild.
You know, like sometimes I say it
And now
without
it's
even
used in
realizing saying
actual
it.
science. Like I read a freaking science paper that said
Canon event. Yeah, it became like
it was
an
like a
actual
science paper
word.
on like dinosaurs and like space and stuff, and they said freaking canon event was like, this caused everything because it's a canon event.
What was the word we used to use before canon event?
I don't know. I
Exactly.
genuinely don't know. At this
Go-
point, it has become ingrained in my brain. Freaking canon event is like the only thing I know now.
Literally. But I wanna know. Like I wanna know what was our canon event that made us the fixed time.
Was it World War II? Was it...
Dinosaurs!
I don't know.
I say dinosaurs. That's what I'm sticking with.
Dinosaurs. Was it when the first two planets collided together to create the moon?
I have a question.
What?
A question that might break your brain.
Oh no. What?
What if every single person has their own canon event? So maybe this is my fixed time, but not your fixed time. Your fixed time is another one.
Let me ask you a question with another question. What makes you think that you're the main character and not
See,
somebody else?
exactly. Well, like, what if this dimension isn't even our dimension? We're not the main people.
And how would you be able to prove that? Because to everybody else in said dimension or timeline thinks,
That they're the main character.
yeah,
Like, what if every
Or-
dimension had one singular main character out of, like, freaking 8 billion people?
which is an infinite amount of
Dimensions.
people.
Jeez.
So, like,
I think we just, like,
I could
smashed
say-
our own brains. We're just, like, going...
I just said, let's do this. I say that this is my timeline because I think I see everything is seen through my eyes. How would you be able to prove that? Because to you, it feels like you are the one who's seen everything through your eyes.
That hurts my head. That genuinely hurts my head. Because, like...
I have thought about that before.
I
Just like,
have thought about that before. But the thing is, the most theory that makes sense in my head is that we are currently the fixed time. And that's why we can think of all these other dimensions and other timelines easily. Because we're the fixed time. But, like, what if we're not the fixed time? What if we are one of the fucking strings?
what if there is no fixed timeline? What if there is no multiverse?
And that's what everyone else believes, other than us fucking nerds and geeks and goddamn science bitches.
Definitely feels like there's a multiverse.
Like, normal people would tell you to fuck off. But us would be like, if you put a mirror in front of a mirror, you can open a spirit dimension.
No. If you put a mirror in front of a mirror, you just get infinite mirrors.
Yeah.
Because that's how a mirror works.
But I like that theory! Don't kill that theory,
No.
it's funny. Just put a mirror in front of a mirror and you make the spirit fucking universe. That's what every single haunted person... Haunted? Every person that believes in, like, ghosts and haunted shit will tell you. It's not accurate. The only... Okay. Portals. We're pausing this for a second to talk about portals and explain portals to a bunch
Oh,
of
God.
monkeys. Okay? Portals is basically buttload of energy forces. How do I explain energy forces in monkey language?
I don't know. I don't just give up.
Power. Go zoom, you know? Goes lots of power. Make shape. Center. Power. All go grabby to center. Break hole. Make
You're just
wormhole.
describing the wormhole theory.
Ta-ta!
You literally just described the wormhole theory in Dumb Dumb.
That's what I was trying to do.
You literally just described the wormhole theory
Thank you.
in a monkey brain.
I'm so happy that it
Wormhole
actually
theory.
worked.
Fucking black hole, wormhole to white hole.
You think
Black hole is
monkey
at one
people are
end.
gonna understand what black hole, white hole, freaking hole mean?
No, time portal is a straw. That is it. It's literally just that theory is just a straw. You grab a straw. One end is a white hole. The other is a black
Angie.
hole. In the middle is a wormhole. That is the theory.
We're pausing
A
this.
straw. A fucking straw.
Welcome to the new segment I'm gonna call Dumb Questions of the Day. Angie, does a straw have one hole or two holes?
Holy shit. Hostia. I'm
Angie,
gonna start saying Spanish after this.
does a straw have one hole or two holes?
You don't want to answer this. I don't want to answer this.
Hello, people watching this video. If you reached this far in the podcast, answer the question in the comments below.
Does a donut have one hole or two holes?
That's the same question, just a different
Does it-
object. Now
Does it
answer
have
your
one hole or two?
answer my question.
To be fair, I actually don't know. I have contemplated this theory so much that I don't have an answer.
It's one.
'Cause I
The
can
answer
understand
is one.
both arguments.
Fuck you, the answer is one. What's a whole? A beginning and an end. There's not a beginning and an end. It's just beginning and end. It's one whole.
So my asshole is one hole?
Technically, yes. Ask why. Where's the beginning? Your mouth. Where's the end? Your ass.
Well,
One
technically there's
hole.
multiple holes.
No, there's one hole that connects to your ass. Your ears don't connect to your ass. Your nose don't connect to your ass. But you realize that beginning is one ear, left ear, end is the fucking the other side of the ear. I don't know if I said right or left. Anyways, right ear, hole beginning, left ear, out beginning, mouth, asshole the end of it, nose. Oh, you have another nostril. Hole is fucking beginning and end. Don't you bring bottomless holes in here. I don't fucking know. Those make no sense to me. That's just a fucking infinite loop kind of goddamn theory that I still don't understand.
What's the other end of an ear hole?
Your other ear hole.
That is incorrect.
Is it your mouth? The fuck? It's your other ear hole. The brain? Apparently my brain has holes at the moment. I don't know.
There is no hole for the end of an ear. It just goes to your brain. And that is the end. There is no hole.
It's a bottomless hole.
Your ear is, by technical definition, a bottomless hole.
Okay,
Because
so
it just connects
that was
to
a
the
bad
brain.
example, but everything else I said was right. Technically, ears don't have holes, if we want to go technicality. Because it's mesh. Holes is like a full-on, like, poke. But when you put your finger in your ears, there's like a whole blockage. So I feel like an ear can't
Called
be
the
considered
eardrum.
whole. Exactly. So I feel like an ear cannot be considered a hole, to be honest. Basically, a hole is something that's void, that has an, I almost said outrance, that has an exit. And that's why.
Nervous system is not a hole.
And we're ending the bloody dumb question of the day here. If you have any other debacle to it, fucking also put that in the comments.
I know way too much anatomy to.
We'll have a whole episode just for that. Don't worry about it. Okay, and that's it. That's it. I ended the episode with a dumb question that turned into an entire, like, argument. Love that.
Your brain no wait, your brain does have a hole.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all.
I hope you all have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Woohoo!